Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tangle Time Arts. My name is Nana Heron, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And this is week 31 of our Tangle of the Week projects. And today we're going to do a border tangle, but we're going to, again, do that in the round. So you will need your basic supplies plus a compass. So I have a black pen, a number 2 pencil, a tortillon, a compass, and you'll need white paper. I'm using an original Zentangle tile. You could also use computer paper or a sketchbook. So we have our basic supplies. And today's tangle, we're going to look at the very beginner tangle called Chartz. That's Chartz with a Z. And so it's a beginner tangle and a border tangle. Um, and our project today will only feature this one tangle. That makes it a monotangle. All right, let's get started. Excuse me. I'm struggling with allergies. It's the season. Oh, every summer. Okay. So we want to start with our compass, and I have it set just a little over the 1 inch here, which is going to give us a 2-inch diameter, well, a little over 2 inches. And you want to kind of center it as best as you can. And I kind of take a look and just see, where it's going to fall. And it's pretty much centered. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in my circle. I'm drawing it kind of darker so you can see a little better, like that. Okay. And then we can set the compass aside, and we're going to go straight to our black pen. And charts, whether you do it as a border or in a circle or just like straight across your tile, is going to start with a zigzag. So when we're working in the circle, we're going to start a little bit below our pencil line. And then we're going to go a little bit above. Okay. And then we're just going to work our zigzag around the circle. Trying to be as even as we can without measuring though. All right, so we made it all the way around. And then what we're going to do is add an aura. And I'm going to start on the inside here. And aura is key with a lot of tangles, many tangles, but especially this one. So I'm just working my way around, putting an aura on the inside. All right. And you might choose to leave it at that. This is the very basic start of charts, but I'm going to add another aura on the outside. Excuse me. Those allergies are really, really challenging this year. So we're just working our way around with an aura on the outside. All right. Once we've gotten that far, what we're going to do is I'm going to work on the inside first. And I'm just going to draw a V shape so that we have a diamond shape. So I'm working within a peak, but I'm drawing a V shape down, and we end up with a diamond there. And we're just going to do that for each pointy peak there. And this is actually a variation of Chartz. I think the original, instead of using a V to make these diamond shapes, I think it has orbs. But as with most of these tangles, you can definitely make it your own and work on variations. All right, and then I'm going to also do that on the outside. So instead of going down, I'm going to go up, and I'm kind of matching these lines. So if you look at this, I'm kind of jumping over to the other side and then coming back down. So it kind of matches. And then I have a diamond on the outside. So I do my best to match them up. And it's a little more challenging when you're working in a circle like this. If you're working with the straight lines, that's a little easier. All right. And then we are going to add more auras. So on the inside, I'm going to aura each of those V shapes. All right, and then we're going to do the same on the outside. All right, and then we're going to do another aura on the inside, and this time it's not limited to just those V areas. We are going to go all the way around. So I'm just going to pick one of these V shapes to start with, and I'm just going to aura around all of those points. Remember to rotate your tile to make it easier for you and more comfortable. All right, get it all the way around. And then we're going to do the same on the outside. And just take your time because there are a whole lot of points. And this would work really well on a Zentangle tile as well. And we're almost all the way around. And we're finished. So now we have this wonderful, like a star-shaped object here, or if you will, like a sun or a snowflake. It looks really cool. What I'm going to do is these diamonds on the inside, I am going to ink those in. And if you have a wider pen, you can also use that as well. It would go a little faster with the inking in. How are you doing? Are you finding this relaxing? I hope so. I like to take my time when I ink these in. I'm trying to work a little faster for you all, so feel free to pause if you need to. And we have one more here. right, we made it all the way around. So we're starting to get some drama in there. And with these diamonds on the outer layer, you have your choice. You can ink them in completely like we did with the ones on the inner layer, or I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of inking them in solidly, I'm actually just putting in lines. So it's filled in, but it's not a solid black. All right, so we have very dark black, and then we have this area which is a little lighter, and then after we finish this, we'll add some graphite, which will be a bit lighter. But if you would prefer to ink these areas in with the solid black, or even a different color, you can go ahead and do that and make that your own. So with a monotangle like this, we're only using the one tangle. We're not going to add any others to this tile. And another thing you can do is you can do these lines, and if you don't like them, then you can go back in and ink over them. Um, I kind of like it this way. I actually like it a lot. So I'm gonna leave that like that. To me, it looks like a cool starburst. And I'm going to put the cap on my pen. And now I'm going to take up my number 2 pencil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add graphite along this ink line on the inside. I'm using probably medium pressure, not a heavy pressure, um, because I want it somewhat dark, because we're going to be spreading the graphite out a little bit. So you want to make sure you have plenty on the paper. And of course, you can always add more graphite later. Okay, I've made it all the way around. And I think I want to add a little more here. I just want a medium amount of graphite on there. All right, cool. And now we're going to do the same to the outside. So we're going to work our way around the outside, just like we did on the inside. So this one's a lot of just repeating what we do on the inside layer, we do on the outside layer. And again, I'm using medium pressure because I want a nice amount of graphite on there. So just take your time and work your way around adding the graphite. It takes a little longer on the outside because you have more area to cover. Feel free to pause this if you need some more time. All right, I think I've made it all the way around. And now what I'm going to do is anywhere there is a point, I am adding some graphite along those points. This time I'm starting on the outer layer. All right. And then we're going to do the same on the inner layer. So anywhere there's a point or a valley, however you want to look at it, we are adding some graphite along those points. There's quite a few of them. All right. So now we are starting to see a little of the kind of more dimensional effect there. I'm going to set my pencil aside and take up my tortillon. And I'm using a longer one today just because I'm also, besides the allergies, struggling with a little bit of neuropathy. And I find that a longer tortillon sometimes is easier for me to work with. All right, I'm going to start on the inside and I'm just rubbing the tortillon back and forth, following that graphite. I'm just working my way around these points. All right. So we've made our way all the way around on the inside. And now we're going to work on the outside here. If you don't have a tortillon, you can always use a cotton swab or a Q-tip. And just keep rotating your tile so that it's easier for you to work with. And there we go. So now we still have some graphite left in these points. So what I'm going to do is kind of blend those in. And when I get to a pointy point, I'm kind of pulling it more towards the center. So anywhere there's a pointy point, I'm kind of pulling it towards the center. So we're just kind of adding some dimension with the graphite. Like that. All right, how cool is that? And then we're also going to do the same thing along the outside. Anywhere there's graphite, we're just pulling it out from these points. And I think we've made it all the way around, and that is it, actually. So with just a few simple tools, we get this really cool starburst um, type of pattern, and just using one tangle. And this is a variation of Chartz with a Z. And you can experiment too. Instead of using black ink, you could use a different color ink, or use something metallic, or try it on a black tile with white gel pen. That would be really cool too. So I'm just gonna blend this out a little more. So yeah, give it a try and see what you come up with. As you can tell, I really love blending. Like, this is my favorite part. I just like going through and blending everything, smoothing it out, um, just kind of put some order in my life. All right, so we can put our chop on there. And I think with this one, I'm just going to actually pick a corner and put my initials in there like that. You could incorporate it in here or somewhere else, but I'm just adding it to a corner. And then I'm going to turn this over. And I always like to put my name on there and the date. And this was our weekly tangle. Um, and we're on week 31. And our monotangle, our tangle was Chartz. It's chart with a Z. And we also did some extra shading effects. So we learned a lot today with this very beginner tangle. I'm going to flip that back around. And I really like that. That's really cool. And I especially love the shading and the blending. And I like the difference that we did the solid ink and the lighter ink in there with the lines. So that's Chartz. It's cool. It's a cool tangle. And it's kind of a new tangle for me, even though it's a beginner tangle. So play around with it, make it your own. Try different things. Like I said, the original, I believe, had some, instead of diamonds, it had orbs. So give that a try. Thank you for spending time with me today. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. And I'm going to have to use this tangle again because I really, really like it. I hope you have a great day and keep experimenting, keep playing with the tangles and different colors and different papers. And let me know what you want to see next. And I'll see you next time. And remember, I love you guys. Take care. Bye.